House Democrats, House Republicans, Senate Democrats, Senate Republicans.
We're in the early sausage-making stage of the discussion.
All welcomed at the White House today. A man who had a tiger at his house under arrest.
Everyone just assuming that he's the owner of the tiger, that it's his tiger.
But days later, the big cat is still nowhere to be found. And they're not pro athletes, they're restaurant workers.
That's a number we came up with to really try to entice people to come in.
Signing bonuses being used to urge South Floridians off of unemployment. It's all coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Zitlali Solache, and today is Wednesday, May 12th, 2021.
From the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
White House welcome. Members of both parties and from both houses of Congress meeting with President Biden today. The president is trying to make a bipartisan push for his infrastructure plan. The network's Danielle Dukin is in the control room center with a look at the challenge ahead.
As President Biden prepares for today's visit from lawmakers, he continues to roll out his legislative agenda. For the latest infrastructure proposal, he'll need both Republicans and Democrats to reach a compromise before his plan can be put in motion. President Joe Biden is pitching his infrastructure plan as a way to improve the current state of unemployment.
Make sure working people of this country get to share in the benefits of a rising economy.
This proposal is a roughly $2 trillion plan, but Republicans have not been able to justify the cost.
If we can find something that actually spends money on infrastructure, roads and bridges, imagine that, as opposed to what the Biden plan does, which is spends $1 trillion on things which have no relationship to infrastructure, we can cut a deal.
Republicans have offered a counter-proposal limiting the size of the plan and reducing the cost.
The proper price tag for what most of us think of as infrastructure is about $600 to $800 billion.
We're in the early sausage-making stage of the discussion.
In order to work towards a compromise, President Biden will host his first White House meeting with leaders from both parties and both houses of Congress on Wednesday. He'll meet with GOP senators the following day.
We're open to talk about infrastructure and how to pay for it.
The White House hopes to make progress by Memorial Day, but progressives want to move forward as soon as possible.
If Republicans want to come on board seriously, great. If not, we're going to do it alone.
It's looking to be a busy week in the White House as Biden looks to find common ground in both upcoming White House meetings. As always, we'll keep you updated with the latest. In the Control Center, Danielle Dukin, South Florida Media Network.
Residents in panic this morning as gas station lines along the East Coast stretch long after the hacking of the Colonial Pipeline. But White House officials insist that the real problem is hoarding.
There was no cause for, say, hoarding toilet paper at the beginning of the pandemic. There should be no cause for hoarding gasoline.
Although the White House insists there are no widespread fuel shortages, demand jumped 40% in 5 states from Florida to Virginia on Monday. The EPA issued an emergency fuel waiver for 12 states impacted by the fuel shortage. It's official. The FDA authorizes Pfizer vaccine for use in children ages 12 to 15, and many of them have already received the first shot.
Because I can go out more instead of just stay home and just do nothing.
The first 12 to 15 years old in the U.S. were vaccinated yesterday after the FDA authorized the age group. That will be another 17 million Americans, 5% of the population, eligible for a vaccine. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky is encouraging all parents to get their children vaccinated, and also children ask for the vaccine. There are concerns about parents getting their children vaccinated, but doctors say vaccinating the young is key to turning the pandemic around. Today, a murder suspect is in custody after the Bengal tiger he was housing was let loose in a Houston neighborhood.
Because my client was the one who caught this tiger, who went out and got it, brought it back into safety, everyone's just assuming that he's the owner of the tiger, that it's his tiger.
Houston police say that Victor Cuevas was allegedly housing the tiger in a yard before the tiger escaped. Neighbors got footage of the big cat walking through front yards before officers captured it. Cuevas was out on bond for a previous murder charge. He managed to get away during a police chase, but was later arrested for evading the police. Artwork by Bob Dylan that was on display in Germany, Italy, and England. It's on its way to an exhibit at FIU. That's still ahead, and so is this story.
I've been in the industry for well over 30 years, and I've never seen anything like it.
South Florida businesses turning to signing bonus to get the employees they need to keep up as diners return to restaurants. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My.
Sorry.
Oh.
Signing bonus. Some South Florida restaurants are so desperate for employees, they're willing to pay new workers up front. With the vaccine now available, the customers have returned, but they say they don't have enough staff to keep up. The network's Gretel Sanchez reports from Boca Raton.
The Farmer's Table restaurant with locations in North Palm Beach and Boca Raton is now offering a $400 signing bonus for new hires.
That's a number we came up with to really try to entice people to come in.
And over at the Papi Chulo Taco Bar with locations in Jupiter and Royal Palm Beach, there is a $500 signing bonus offered to any new employee.
As of right now, we're not getting anybody in the door. We had to do something.
Cliff Mash says with those $300 federal coming in until September 6, there is not enough motivation to come back into the workforce.
We got to stop the federal money. We know that this is not working. People aren't coming out for jobs. They're staying home, and yet all of us are trying to hire people.
Now that businesses across the state are fully open, both restaurant owners say they need to hire more employees because their current staff is being overworked from the increased demand.
We have this flood of patrons and guests that want to get out and experience, eating at our restaurants or having drinks, and we can't keep up the volume. It's I don't know, it's demoralizing.
I've been in the industry for well over 30 years, and I've never seen anything like it. But everybody's burning the midnight oil, 6 days a week and a lot of hours.
Reporting from Boca Raton, Gretel Sanchez, South Florida Media Network.
The exhibition of Bob Dylan's artwork will go on display in the U.S. for the first time, and it will take place here in Miami. The exhibit will open at Florida International University in November. It will include paintings and sculptures created by Bob Dylan over 6 decades. The singer's art has been shown in places like Germany, London, Denmark, and China. This will be the most expansive and detailed exhibit of Dylan's work ever seen in the U.S. That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Zitlali Solache. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.